from his own end.
A team that was filled with stars. There was Ken Dryden in goal. Serge Savard and Larry Robinson were fortresses on defense. There were gifted forwards like Jacques Lemaire and Yvon Cornouillet. But the brightest star was the glitter cast by Lafleur. 6 times he was a first-team All-Star. He led the league in scoring 3 times, and for a span of 6 consecutive years, he scored 50 or more goals. He also played on 5 Stanley Cup championship teams. Every goaltender was fair game as far as Lafleur was concerned, and they all felt the result of his blistering shot. Despite his vast talent, there were no petty jealousies among his peers. He was an act of class. He had filled the Beliveau image well. Bruins coach and former goaltender Jerry Cheevers had many confrontations with Lafleur and came away with nothing but respect for the man.
Well, first of all, you hate to see a player of Lafleur's talent and charisma and energy leave the game, because he's been a great player for a number of years, and he just added class to the game, too. I think he quietly was a leader for the Canadians. He was just a fantastic player, too. I think when I think of him, I just think of class. I remember a playoff game, too, and he beat me on the short side, and I was trying to read the play, and I saw Robinson come down the middle, and as soon as I took my eye off Lafleur, he just blew it by me, too, and I was silly enough to think that I could read the play and still react to Lafleur, but he just beat me, and you can't do that. You gotta react to Lafleur himself at all times.
Another Bruin who knew the Lafleur game as well as any player in the league is Terry O'Reilly. They were both first-round draft choices in 1971, and as a result sort of grew together. Terry was also a first-hand witness to what probably was Lafleur's greatest goal, a goal that may very well have denied the Bruins a Stanley Cup championship.
In the 7-game series we had in the semifinals against Montreal, we had a 2-goal lead, I think, going into the 3rd period, and we got caught with too many men in the ice. They had a power play, and Guy Lafleur stepped in over the blue line in the far boards and stopped a shot inside the post to tie the game up, and we lost it in overtime. So I think that was the closest we've come to winning the Stanley Cup in years.
The Lafleur era ended on Monday, November 26, 1984, when he announced his retirement from the game he played so well.
I was thinking about getting back at it this year and having a good year. As you know, I didn't score 20 goals in 20 games. That's why I decided to talk about it with my family, my wife, and this morning I took the decision to retire.
In Lafleur's wake are left the eye-boggling numbers of 518 career goals and 1,246 points. But more important are the memories of a player who had the charisma that very few others ever attained. As Grantland Rice wrote of the great Babe Ruth, "The big guy's gone and left us with the night to face, and there is no one else to take his place." Similar sentiments are being felt